I think I started out choosing a social life and good grades, but the social life quickly disappeared in hopes of sleep. Making the decision to enroll in post-secondary is not an easy one, especially if you are returning as a mature student, or if you have to contemplate taking out huge loans in order to pay for it. Another huge hurdle over deciding whether or not you're going to enroll in post-secondary is just deciding on the degree program that you want to get. This is the rest of your life you're talking about, and forking out $40,000 to $70,000 is no small investment. A lot of us can't even imagine having to spend that much money on anything, and so that hurdle alone is too great to surmount. Today, I want to discuss some things that I learned in post-secondary that have absolutely nothing to do with my degree. I'm Terrell, and this is Absolutely Studying. Here, we discuss study tips and organizational hacks to help you flourish through your academic career, or to build the skills you need to shine in the workplace. I want to supply you with all of the resources and support you need to empower you to pursue the career you want, or the confidence to go out and build your own empire. I'm here to help you set and achieve those goals. Today we're going to discuss something that I don't see a lot of people talking about. I want to discuss 5 things that I learned in post-secondary that have absolutely nothing to do with my degree program. These are skills that you're going to walk away with, regardless of what degree you invest in, or even your area of study. These things I thought I had a handle on before I enrolled in school, but going to school and being in that kind of environment really polished up these skills that I thought I already had, but they definitely got an overhaul. I thought I had a good handle on time management before I went to university. I had no idea. When you are in university and you are juggling 3 to 5 classes, it's intense. You have so much reading, so many activities to do, so many obligations to meet, and it is so hard. There is nothing that will prepare you for how hectic your schedule can become and how out of control it can fly, except for possibly parenthood. Yeah, that's probably a close second. Everything that has ever been due will somehow manage to be due on the same day for every class. You really have to be able to look ahead and anticipate what you are going to do and your workload and any contingency that might pop up before it happens, preferably on day 1 of classes. I thought walking in on my first day, I was prepared for how intense the workload was going to be, but I was not. Along with time management, it's meeting deadlines. You think because you go to high school or you work a job that you know how to manage deadlines, but the amount of work that is asked of you to meet these deadlines and the number of different assignments, exams, projects that you have to hit and complete is jarring. Not to mention that most of the time attendance is mandatory. So it's not like you can call in sick one day and just get caught up on all of this work. The work is due and you don't get to miss a lab in order to catch up on it without making it up. That makes time management even more essential, because then if emergencies come up or illness comes up, you have to be able to roll with those as well. I thought I was organized before I started university, but you have to be on a whole new level of organization if you really want to get the best grades possible in university. Or the organization goes hand in hand with the time management and deadlines, because you have to get ahead of the workload in order to really be able to manage university and have a life. I've seen a meme floating around of a triangle, and it talks about the university life, and I think it has like social life, sleep, and then good grades on the triangle, and you get to pick two, and that's it. That's the truth. They're not joking. It's really the truth. I think I ended up starting out with good grades and a social life, and the social life quickly collapsed for sleep. Getting organized is more than just balancing your schedule. It's also streamlining your life to make it as efficient as possible. Seconds matter in the morning, the middle of the night, and on tests. So hoarding those seconds and really finding the best way to spend them becomes paramount when you are trying to get everything in order. Invest in a good planner, learn how to use it, stick to a schedule, and keep everything clean. There's nothing like losing your lucky pencil moments before you go into an exam and having to tear apart your entire life to find it, and then coming home after your exam, and instead of having 15 minutes to relax before you dive into the next pile of homework, instead you have to clean up your apartment. Get organized, stay organized, and keep it clean. Even if you just have a 10-minute tidy session every single day, it's going to be worth it. A lot of time when we hear critical thinking, we think of critiquing a movie or critiquing a restaurant, but that's not what critical thinking really means. If you're ahead of me here, hold on, let me just explain. Critical thinking means to really think about all sides of a problem and how you can solve it, or finding several different ways to engage in something that you're trying to do. That could be a problem you're trying to solve, or it could even be something that you're trying to create. Being able to step back and look at a project and think of several different ways to approach it or complete it is so helpful, whether you want to be creative or whether you just want to do your homework. Being able to step outside your personal opinion and think about it from a different perspective is so helpful. This is something that I thought I understood how to do, but not as efficiently as I can now. And it's not just about solving problems or fixing things. It could even just be empathizing with other people, being able to step out of your own little bubble and see things from other people's perspectives can help you in so many things, from customer service to building relationships. This kind of critical thinking is invaluable to adulting. When I first enrolled in university, I had a clear-cut plan for my life. And was I ever wrong? I was going to go into microbiology, possibly have a minor in biochem, head off to med school, and live my life. And then I realized that I loved physics. And then after that, I realized I loved engineering, and I changed my major, and I changed my major again. And I came around full circle. There was a couple of times I almost left the Faculty of Science, but I didn't stray completely. I dabbled in some sociology and then quickly came back home. Why am I telling you this? Because you are going to have to take some classes outside your comfort zone, and you are going to learn some things about yourself that you didn't know. You didn't know how much you loved a subject until it started making sense to you. You didn't know that some of these things existed until you were exposed to them. Going to university is such an eye-opening chance to find passion in things that you never thought possible. At the end of the day, I chose to follow my passion. Once you get into the later years, you really get to choose classes that you find interest in and you really love. And I was able to round up my degree and then go off and use it in so many different and unexpected ways. I urge you to really pursue things that you are passionate about. The great thing about university is they have such niched courses. So as you're sitting through, Introduction to Economics, you might find one lecture that you just click with. And you want to specialize in this little sub-niched subject. And that's where you found your passion. Explore. When you have to take classes outside of your specific faculty, take classes that you are really interested in and that really speak to you, or that you just find curious. This is a great opportunity to dabble in a whole bunch of different fields that you might have thought interesting without making a lifelong commitment to majoring in them. You might learn some things about yourself and this subject that you didn't know before, and it could change your world. One thing about university is you're going to write a lot of essays. You are going to have to research for several projects. What you're going to learn in doing this is not to take things at face value. You're going to find many times that you start to write your essay or brainstorm for your project, and as you're going along, you will find the reason that you originally thought for an outcome is not so, and its cause is actually attributed to something completely different. This just opens the door to questioning everything. Don't take things at face value. Whether it's something that somebody tells you, regardless of whether it's another student or the professor, or it's something that you believe about yourself or your world. Who says that something's not possible? If you have your heart set on building a business or being the next superstar, who says it's not possible? Question it. Think critically. Why? Why can't I do this? Or why can't this be possible? I'm not saying that everything's possible. It was once impossible to walk on the moon. And then they built spaceships and spacesuits and supplied oxygen to do it. I'm just saying, find out why it's not possible and is there a way around it? Once you're able to think critically about a subject and then you are able to question it, you can go out and research and find the solutions. And that is really what university and college is about. I realized probably a couple of years in a conversation with a close friend that had also taken pre-med, and I was thinking out loud and I said, I don't think that your undergrad degree is necessarily about learning or memorizing. I think it's more about weeding out the people who are not willing to make the commitment or go the extra mile outside of their comfort zone. And he was like, oh yeah, so true. Go outside your comfort zone. take this opportunity to pursue concepts and ideas and ambitions that you might have been afraid to pursue. This is a great time to try new things and have the privilege to be surrounded by professors and students who have a wealth of knowledge that can answer any question and guide you towards your goals and your interests. If you are thinking about enrolling in post-secondary, definitely check out my website. I have a ton of resources that can help you decide where you want to direct your attention or how to choose a career or a degree that's right for you. I also offer an academic consulting service that can help you to brush up on study skills and really get you prepared to set goals and take on this life-changing decision. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to turn on notifications so that you do not miss a video as we embark on this journey to build your empire. As always, I am so glad to be on this journey with you. See you again next time. Preferably, there is nothing like losing a pencil and not having any left. There's nothing like losing your pencil right before. Oh. There's nothing like losing your lucky pen. There's nothing like losing your lucky pencil mornings. It's also smooth lining. Smooth lining? Smooth lining? Streamlining. I loved physics.